Okay, guys, for those of you who know me, you know I always pride myself on starting on time. I start on time because I value your time. Just want to say this past week was a very, very exciting week. And every week seemed to get better and better. And I know you guys then heard that Rani and I are planning a trip to New York City. And we're leaving on August 1st, and we're going to be there all month long. That's how committed we are. Now, I want to know how many of you are committed. How many of you can plant some people in that New York location and let us help you grow your business? Because we're going to be there all month long growing our business. We have already working with a number of people out of the New York area who are excited. There's one of them right there, Mr. Horace McBurst. Horace, thank you for joining us tonight, man. I'm just talking about you. Your ears must be ringing. Harold is less than 72, well, he's what, 48 hours in the business, not even quite 48 hours, because Horace got signed into business by none other than the notorious Al and Rani Powell yesterday morning as we're headed to the office. Now, I'm excited about this because Horace say he knows tons of people in New York City. And you know my motto in this business, ladies and gentlemen, that is GNP, get new people. If the team is not growing as fast as you want it to grow, GNP. If you're not making as much money as you want to make in your business, GNP. Hey, it goes on and on. If you want to go to New York City and lock arms with Al and Rani Powell, GNP, get new people, because that's what I've done my entire career in network marketing. I built teams over and over and over again, and it doesn't matter. In other words, guys, only person who determines your success is you. Every day when you look in the mirror, you should do what I do. And you know what I do, Janan? I look in the mirror and I said, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the baddest of them all? And every morning, that handsome guy in that mirror look back at me and say, you're the baddest of them all. And that's how I build my business, guys, because if I don't believe in me, if I don't show some love on me, guess what? Nothing's going to happen. It's about you. And what are you going to do in your business? Every single day I get up, I do what I have to do. And I do it with a smile on my face, because I'm here by choice, not because I was desperate for a paycheck. I didn't join Sleepm because I was looking for a business. I joined Sleepm because I believed in the product. And once I saw money could be made, that was secondary to me. And now my health is better, the money is flowing. I'm all in, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm going to do whatever is necessary to grow my business. I look at a lot of places across the country on where we have activity coming from. And that's where I'm going to put my energy. I'm going to focus where the activity is. I'm going to go wherever the warm market takes me. That's what I'm committed to do. And I'm committed to helping all of you. One thing I can say about Al and Rani Powell, we are do-it-first leaders. We are servant leaders. And we have never, ever given up on anyone. My entire 30 plus years in this business, I can honestly say, I'd had thousands and thousands and thousands of people quit on me, but I never quit on anyone my entire career. I remember in one business I was in, I used to joke about this. As if everyone keep leaving, someday we would be the #1 income earners. Because it was like an a revolving door. People come in the front door, they go right out the back door. And I just kept my consistency, Al and Rani. We just kept our consistent. Next thing we know, we're in the top 300 money earners with this company. Kept going and going and going. And guess what? Eventually, we made the top 100 list with the company. Kept going and going. And guess what? Eventually, we were in the top 20 money earners in the company. And eventually became the number 11th income earner in the company out of over 1 million distributors. That's commitment, ladies and gentlemen, because even when everyone kept quitting, we kept earning more money. And I know, and I done heard people say this over the years, Joyce. They said, but Al, you have that gift to gab. That's why you're so good at this. But Al, you know a lot of people. But Al, this, Al, that. Everybody give me all the reasons in the world on why I'm successful and why they can't even get out the gate. Sometimes we have to become someone that we're not necessarily. You become someone that you're not in order to get to where you want to be. My job here is to help you take your paycheck where it has never gone before. That's my job. Listen, I remember when my paycheck first went where it had never gone before. Remember, I had to have a military background. We didn't make a whole lot of money. Ain't that right, Leon? Leon, ex-military also. He know exactly what I'm talking about. But I remember in the military, at the peak of my career, I was making about $2,600 a month. And I said, boy, it'd sure be nice if I could just match my paycheck in network marketing, because I never earned a whole lot of money. But even I was already used to living off $2,600 a month. So I said, at least if I could match that, if I could just match $2,600 a month, I'd be in my comfort zone, whereby I could pay the rent and I could do a few things. But I said, if only I could make $2,600 a month. I said, Lord, I'd never ask you for anything else. All of a sudden, I make $2,600 a month. I said, Lord, I lied. If I could just make $5,000 a month, I'll never ask for anything else. All of a sudden, I make $5,000 a month. I hit $10,000 a month. And all of a sudden, I hit $15,000 a month. And I said, God, if I could just make $20,000 a month, I'm never going to ask for anything else. You see, my mind kept expanding because I kept setting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger goals. And that's really what this is all about. You have to set big goals. And listen, guys, don't put an age on your goals. Oh, I'm this old, I shouldn't be, I don't know if I can do this. Do you realize that Warren Buffett amassed most of his wealth beyond 60 years old? He's beyond 60. When he amassed most of his billions of dollars, he was beyond 60 years old. So I want you guys to imagine that. Someone over 60 years old eventually becoming a billionaire. Warren Buffett, Colonel Sanders, he started Kentucky Fried Chicken in his late 60s. And some of us dare to even dream about making $10,000, $20,000 a month, which is really nothing in today's environment. But it's really just about having the right opportunity. If you have the right opportunity, do you realize that you can reach your goals at rocket speed? See, it's the speed that you get there if you have the right opportunity. And talking with Horace yesterday morning. Horace, I'm picking on you tonight. And the reason I'm picking on you tonight, I originally talked with Horace about 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago. And he's a man. Had I listened back then, but I was hung up on the mattress thing. How many of y'all think we selling mattresses? Raise your hand. How many of y'all think we selling mattresses? And that's the biggest hang up with most people. They look at this opportunity and say, man, I don't know if I can get anybody excited about selling mattresses. Do you think you can get someone excited about making 10, 15, 20, $30,000 a month consistently, month after month after month after month? Do you think you can get anybody excited about that? Well, I know you can, because there's an old saying in this line of business. It doesn't matter if we're selling widgets, does it? It doesn't matter, because networking is networking. And if you're making money, right? And long as it's legal and it's morally and ethically right what we're doing, how can anybody complain about what we're doing? I can tell you right now, guys, there's no greater period in history to be alive financially than right now. And I don't care how dire, how you thinking right about now. Bottom line, this is the best time ever to be alive, financially speaking. The very best time. Opportunities running rampant all around us. And yet, I can guarantee you many of us, we have passed up amazing opportunities in the past. We have potentially passed by many, many opportunities in the past. And I truly believe, I feel so blessed by being here with Sleepm, because I have had some wonderful opportunities in my life whereby I made a lot of money, got to travel the world, got to meet wonderful people like my friend Janan. We met for the first time in Dubai, if I recall, right? We met in Dubai for the first time. She lived in Kuwait, but she was willing to travel all the way to Dubai to meet up with us for the first time, because we had only met over the phone. Listen, guys, this is about building relationship. Everything we do in this line of business is about relationship. I'll do anything for Pat Perrin, because I developed a great relationship with Pat, and I think the world of her, and I know she do exactly what she say she's gonna do. I'll do whatever I can for Leon. We never even met before, because I have a great relationship with Leon. And that's what this is all about. This is relationship marketing. When people see that you genuinely care about them, then they would go that extra mile. Do you know how many people over the years I developed relationships with? They would have thrown the towel in years earlier if it wasn't for the relationship that we had developed. They kept going, not because of themselves, but they didn't want to let me down. That's why they kept going. They said, Al, I would have quit a long time ago, but I didn't want to let you down, man. You believe so much in me. I just couldn't quit on you. And that's what this is all about. It's about not giving up. You never know how close you are. Never know. You never know who the next superstar coming in your business is going to be. You never know. All we do in this line of business, we simply sort through people. It's a sorting game. We sort through people. We do it all the time. We don't know who's going to work out on your team. We don't know. Leon, you may sign up a superstar. And I look at it this way. All of you are superheroes until proven otherwise. Only you decide only you decide how much of a superstar you really are. It's up to you, because I'm gonna label you as a superstar until you prove otherwise. I'd had six-figure, seven-figure earners from other companies come over here, and they never earned their first dollar with Sleepm. And I always ask myself, how in the world can that be? How in the world can they earn seven figures with their previous company, but they can't earn $1 here? You know why? Because they don't have a strong enough belief level. The interest is just not there. And you can't get it out of them sometimes. And sometimes people have given you all they can give. And when it boils down to pat where they can't give you no more, it's much easier to give birth than to raise the dead. Trust me, I know. Let me say that again. It is much easier to give birth than to raise the dead. I've been down that road, trying to revive and resuscitate dead reps in the organization. And no matter how much I try to resuscitate them, I don't get them going. I even try putting distributors underneath them and getting paychecks coming to them. Instead of me reviving them, they reach out to me with their hand and say, hey, Al, I need my rent money for the month. Can you put a few more people underneath me so I can pay my rent this month? They still did not revive enough to go to work. It's about equal commitment. If I make a commitment to you, Pam, will you make an equal commitment to me? Are you planning on asking me to do something for you, Susan, that you're not willing to do for me? See, this is a 50-50 relationship here. And this is why most people fail in network marketing. I want you to imagine, guys, you're looking at two people who have done network marketing on a full-time basis, no job for over 30 years. How in the world can you survive in network marketing for over 30 years, no job, and still be able to meet your month-to-month expenses and still be able to simply thrive in network marketing? Never took advantage of anyone the whole time I've been in this business. Whole time I've been in, I never taken advantage of anyone. And I always say this. You're looking at two people who will lean on the side of generosity before we take something that doesn't belong to us. I'm not going to take anything from you. I'm here to help you. If you send people to that New York location, guess what? I'm going to make sure, first of all, I have your correct ID number that you want them to go in under. I'm going to make sure you get credit for them. I'm going to make sure you get every penny of the commission that's due to you, because that's the right way to do it. Nobody's here to take advantage of each other. And if we lean on the side of generosity, we all going to grow together. And if we all make an equal commitment, say, you know what, guys, I'm not going to just dump my business in Al and Rani's lap and say, go build it. Hey, go build my business for me, Al, and make sure I get credit for everything, but you go build it. I'm just going to drop you some names. I share with you guys. I'm laughing because I had a teammate out of Memphis, Tennessee. He said, I asked him for a contact list. He finally made me a contact list after 6 months. I'm constantly dripping on him, dripping information. He finally provided me with a contact list. And in his message, what he said, he sent me a whole bunch of names. But in his message, when he dropped me the name, He said, no way. He said, no way ever are you to mention my name to any of these people. I want you to imagine that. James, I want you to imagine giving me a contact list and you telling me I can't even mention your name. Does that sound right?
Not at all.
Something funny going on there, isn't it? I mean, I got some old phone books from back in the day laying around. I can Google a bunch of last names myself and get phone numbers all day long. It tells me this guy I didn't say it's a guy. I'm almost giving it away. But it tells me that this person doesn't have a relationship with those contacts. And he's trying to see, how good am I? Let's see how good this Al Powell really is. I'm gonna throw him these names and I want him to create some miracles and put some money in my pocket. Am I gonna call some people like that? I test drove it. And yeah, I didn't listen to him. I did use his name. Hey, so-and-so asked me to give you a call. He know and respect you in business. They say, who? I said the name again. And they say, who? I said, I'm sorry, I don't know of no such person. You see what I'm saying? Why would you waste anyone's time playing games like that? You see, that's why it's very, very important. If we're going to do three-way calls, we should do it together. So it'd be a learning experience for you. And then when that person tell me they don't know you, you're on the phone. And you can remind them where you met them. Not me. That's not my job. And remember, guys, no matter how good you are, it doesn't mean that everyone is going to say yes to you. I probably get more no's than anyone on this Zoom tonight. More no's than anyone. Why do I get more no's than anyone? I get more no's than anyone because I'm getting my no's and I'm also buffering all of your no's because I do an awful lot of three-way calls with other people also. But I'm consistent with everything I do. And I consider myself the king of follow-up. I follow up, I follow up, I follow up. Horace and I have never met. Lived just outside of Atlanta, Georgia. We have never met. Now, we have known of each other for a number of years. We met through a mutual friend. But I always followed up with him. I follow up, I follow up, I follow up, I follow up. I can't stress to you guys how important the follow-up is. What we do, we constantly put new people on the fence. And we take so many off the fence every single week. Every week, every 2 weeks, every month, someone new comes into business on our front line. Pat has mastered the art of doing that also. Leon has mastered the art of doing that because Leon signed an awful lot of people also. So the bottom line is, guys, you have to be consistent with what you're doing. Here's another thing I share with you also. You're not going to have same flow of people, same dollar amount in commission coming in from month to month. But what your people want to see in you, they want to see some consistency. They want to know that their leader is still around a month from now, 6 months from now, a year from now. I have had people join the business 1 year later under someone else, not the person who told them about it, but because that person no longer showed interest in the business. And they said, you know what? I can't go with that person. They no longer is doing Sleepm. And I want you to imagine that. I want you to know, just think about when you ask yourself this question, am I going to be around 6 months from now to lead my team? Am I going to be around 1 year from now? And I didn't hear people say this, but nobody on my team is working. Nobody is doing anything. And you know what I say? Maybe they're following the leader. If the leader is not doing anything, or if the leader is offering them every program under the sun, do you think that person is going to follow you with Sleepm? They're not. Not that we care whatever program you're doing. I personally could care less, but just don't bring it to me because I personally is not interested in doing anything else. You know, but I've seen that over and over and over where the leader of the team is gone. They're no longer around. Yeah, they're reaping some rewards because some of the teammates are plugging in. Because what's happening here, Milka, we're running a system here. If you plug into the system will run your business. Simple as that. And none of you on this call, I don't know who sponsored different people on this Zoom, but one thing for certain, I have done this training call, this training Zoom, and a weekly opportunity meeting. 2 years. 2 years. We've been consistently consistent with what we're doing. I'd seen leaders come and go. I'd seen distributors come and go. I done had people call me, hey, Al, do you still do that weekly Zoom? Do you still do the Sunday night Zoom? Yes. Why would I not? Because every time somebody leaves the team, my commitment is to find a replacement for them. Find a replacement. I'm not sitting back here trying to give birth to the dead. I'm not. Much easier to give birth than to raise the dead. Don't do that. You're going to miss out on a window of opportunity here. See, opportunity is only opportunity if we recognize it. Everybody don't recognize opportunity. And you guys know what I'm talking about. Everyone is not going to recognize opportunity. Now, how many people laughed at me in the beginning? They laughed me all the way to 100 grand a month. They laughed at me and Rani. Oh, Al and Rani, they doing that mattress deal. Oh, Al and Rani work at a mattress store. Ha, 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 ha. And I'm laughing all the way to the bank. I love it. I love it. When everybody's going to the right, you need to go left. Because sometimes the masses is not always right. And you got to follow your heart. If you have a heart for something and you feel good about something, you just got to go for it. That's up to you. And I tell you what, guys, I'm just getting started. Do you realize that we made all the money we made? I've been on, I can tell you the number of appointments I've been on outside of that office. Two appointments outside of Sleepm office in 2 years. I never traveled anywhere. Only now I planned a trip to New York and got others planned in the future. Didn't go anywhere. And I have prospered in my Sleepm business. And I keep going and going and going and going. All of you can learn a lot from us. We've been consistent. Do you think I would get here every week, week after week after week, if I wasn't getting paid? Do you think I would get on here every week? Do you think I would get on every Tuesday, every Sunday? And I do many, many Zooms throughout the day, one-on-ones with different people. Everybody's not committed, guys. Be careful who you follow also, because we're two leaders that you can count on. We're not going nowhere. We're not going anywhere. Some people last a month, some people 2 months, some 3 months. But I can guarantee you this. Look how many, if you took a screenshot of the names that are on this Zoom right now, I promise you, half the people that's on this Zoom tonight would not be on this Zoom 1 year from now. I give it 6 months. How do I know? Let's see. I took a screenshot, and I'm gonna make a note on my calendar to remind me to check that screenshot 6 months from now. And let's see how many of you guys still telling the Sleepm story. Let's see if you've had enough already. And I can tell you right now, Karen, a lot of people are going to be telling you about how tough that mattress business is. George, they're going to tell you about how tough that mattress business is. They're going to tell you, Michelle, you can't make no money over there. Oh, it's tough. And you know what I tell them? Too tough for you, just right for me. That's what you need to tell all those people who have studied telling you about how tough it is. Too tough for you, just right for me. I want you guys to say that and speak it into existence. Too tough for you, just right for me. And that's my motto. I live by it day in, day out. I love it. Absolutely love it. Listen, guys, the second part of this training, what I want, we want to do, I want Rani to go over. We want to talk about the different membership. We don't strategically hold back anything here. We want you to understand how the program works. I don't want you to look back a year from now, because a lot of people, when they hit that 1 year point, they go, oh, they never told me that. And you know, we tell you everything you need to know, but we can't tell it all to you in one setting. You got to come back for the different settings to hear exactly what we're talking about. So what I want to talk about here, we want to talk about the 1 year distributorship, the lifetime distributorship. We want to talk about the different distributorship, because I want you to feel good. And if this is a determining factor on you throwing the towel, quitting on us because you know this, then so be it. But it's important for you to know this information moving forward, so you don't become a statistic and you get left behind because you don't meet the qualifications to get your commission. And all of a sudden you talking about Sleepm is no good because you cannot get paid or your commission because you don't meet the qualification. How many of you want to know what the qualifications are? You want to know. You should want to know. You know, don't just sit back. And when you hear people say, buy the least expensive item, you buy the least expensive item and you think that's the only requirement and that you're going to earn money forever. We don't want you to feel that way at all. And I want you guys to really understand how this works. And if you understand this part of this, you're going to feel good about what we do. Let me get this out of my way. Horace, do you have a question before I pull, as I'm pulling up this chart? I see a hand raised.
Mr. Al.
Yes, sir.
I apologize. I was hitting the wrong button on my phone, and that's how I popped up there. Sorry about that.
Oh, no problem. I'll forgive you this time.
All right. Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. So now let us look here. I'm just gonna pull up a screen here and let us talk about this. Very, very important, guys. Look at that. I jump on it so quick. Oh, wrong one. Let's see. I want to go here. There we go. Rani, I'm going to hand it over to you. Rani is a very good and patient trainer. She's not like me. I go from the hip pocket. You know, she's very calm and relaxed when she goes through this. You know, you guys know I get excited and get carried away sometimes. So I'm gonna let her explain this to you guys, but it's so, so important to know this, and Rani know how to explain it the right way where you'll get it and you'll feel good about what we're doing, okay? Rani, go ahead. I'm gonna move out of the way completely.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, and welcome on a Sunday evening. My goodness, you know, it's half the year is over. The 7th month has started, and that's about the end. And then summer will be over, and then we come to early part of fall and winter, the holidays, and the year is over. Can you believe that? My goodness. So many of us have been here more than 6 months, more than a year, and also just about striking 2 years. From us down, we are the first ones to be in the business 2 years because everyone else came later. So many of you have done your first year's, they call requirements. So what does that mean? The first year requirement, the second year requirement, the third year requirement, simply meaning if you look at the chart in front of you, it says 1 year distributor. You and I know when we first started, the very first business center you open up, we sometimes call it the main account, the master account, account number 1, just depends how you look at it, but it means the same thing. So the very first account you set up, you are a customer / distributor automatically. That's just given. Whatever you buy, that first account that you set up, you're a customer distributor. The second account you set up, meaning you're buying something from yourself, you also are a customer distributor again. And the third account you set up, you're buying something from yourself, again, you're a customer distributor. Every time you personally, with your name, purchase something from yourself, selling it to yourself, you buy it from yourself. Okay, so you're the seller, and now you're buying it from yourself. You're a purchaser. You are a customer distributor. Again and again and again and again. That's right. Is that marvelous? And that allows you to open multiple positions because these are things that you're buying that you want to add on to what you already had purchased earlier. You may have bought a pillow, 2 eye masks, and a topper. And then you said, no, Rani, I need a second pillow. I need what they call a mattress now. I tried the topper. I'm going to exchange it up for a mattress. Now I have my, what they call my mom, my siblings. They really don't want me to put in them in the system, but they want me to just buy it from my own shopping cart so that I can just get the sale, but I'm going to give them the product so they can try it. If they so decide to come in, then I can put them in at a later date. So all these are different various ways of creating an organization, of building your team from within. So with that being said, let's go back to the 1 year distributor. When does that take place? It takes place from the very first day. You can stretch it, meaning you can make a purchase of less than $1,500 the first day. You can just buy a pad for $580, 2 eye masks for $790, or a pillow for $770. All right, guys, so all of that is less than $1,500. So Rani, you know, I'm planning on buying numerous things, but initially I want to get started with a perfect strategy. I know that we can come in with 5 items. Let's start with 3. I like to buy 3 items. I want to create a triangle, and I want to be me, me, and me. I want to start out with my name. Then I want to buy something from myself with my name, and I want to buy something else with my name. Wonderful. Because now I'm like, you know, giving you the thumbs up because you understood what I had explained earlier. and you're ready to get started. What happens here? You get ranked up to 2-star, plus you get paid on your own products. That's marvelous. Okay, so there's no startup fee. There's no sign-up fee. There is no auto ship, ladies and gentlemen, with our company, the way the comp plan is created. The moment you make a purchase, you're a customer distributor automatically. Okay, so what the company has put in place to give you some time to be able to make your earnings from within, simply meaning from the people that you're planning on presenting the opportunity in regards to our products. They're so amazing with the crystal technology behind everything that they purchase. It's so amazing, the results that are coming through, because you and I have seen and heard the testimonials over and over and over again from every single person. And it's so fast that the testimonials are coming through, almost immediate. And that's what's propelling the compensation plan, because the products are working. So it's just amazing what we have, the products and the comp plan all together working simultaneously. Wow. So when you come in with 580 and your anniversary date, let's say, for example, today is July the 9th. Your anniversary date starts today, July the 9th, and you started today with one item. You have till July the 8th of 2024 to upgrade that 580 to 1500, because within that 1 year window, you cannot let it lapse. Within that 1 year window, you have to be at 1500 so that you qualify for future earnings. So you say, okay, Rani, I have 580. I'm going to just come in as the time gets closer for me to upgrade. Will there be an alert? Will I be informed about that my date is almost about to expire? And the answer is yes. You will see a drop-down menu appearing on your screen. All of you should be able to access your back office, sleepm.net. With that particular ID number, the master account, start with that first. Your password, and there's a Turing number, and now you're into your back office, and then there'll be a drop-down menu letting you know your expiration date is coming due, and you make sure that you don't let it lapse. But the others who have just started, that drop-down menu does not come about, but you can still see it every single time you enter into your back office, because there are a row of tabs, a row of boxes, colorful boxes that tells you, gives you your name, your ID number, the number of invoices, representatives that you have signed up, and also your start date, your expiration date. It's all there. If you're looking carefully, it's all there it's in the big boxes in color. Okay, guys? So for many of you, your 1 year is about to expire. So I'm bringing this back to the forefront to look in your back office, to remind your teammates, write down a list of ID numbers and names and call them up and let them know that their first year distributor membership is about to expire and they need to renew. And then they're saying, wow, okay, how much do I need to do? So you ask them what they have purchased, then you take 1500 minus the amount that they have purchased and the balance. So let's say, for example, they need to put in only $300. Okay, maybe because they may have bought extra items at the beginning and they only need 300. You and I know there's no $300 package to buy. It has to be above 300. And that's okay, because look at the second year distributor purchase that's needed. You need to be at 1500 to 2250. So if you hit 1600, 1700, you are, you have met the requirement of the 1 year. So the 2250 that's needed next year, you just minus 2250 from 1700 or 2250 from 1900. Maybe you have 1900 there or 1990 there. Whatever is in that box, you just minus it and make sure every single year that you are able to meet that requirement. So now, how does one do this? Is this called a +1? Quite often, we let you know if you need to get promoted and you have 10 invoices to become a 3-star, you need to do a +1. When you have 20 invoices from your entire team, you need to do a +1. When you have 51 invoices from your team, you need to do a +1. So that's a +1. That's a different entire, explanation. This is about going internally into your back office. So you go into internally your back office, simply meaning that ID number was already generated to you from the beginning when you first came in. You are not going to create a new ID number at all. If you do, it does not count. You meeting the requirement of $1,500, you meeting requirement of $2,250. It does not count if a new ID number gets generated. You have to use the existing ID number to upgrade from within. And all you have to do is go into sleepm.net, put in the ID number that needs the upgrade. Now you're into your own back office. And then from the menu area where it says menu, there's a black bar on the left-hand side of your screen that has all the different items that make up the menu, subheadings. You click the menu button and you look for shopping cart. You have to go into the shopping cart from your back office to upgrade. You can buy anything you want, and then you're done. You will not, that upgrade will not create an invoice. If you're looking for a +1 with that upgrade internally from your back office, will not create an invoice to you. Okay, guys, it will not. So if you're looking for one more invoice to upgrade someone, or one more invoice to do a +1, that will not count. It has to be done in a different manner. Now, there are people within your circle of influence, family and friends, who will tell you earnestly, I want the product. I do not want to build. Don't worry about giving me an ID number. I'm not interested. Can you use an outside person to do an internal upgrade for you? Absolutely, yes. So you can do it yourself with your own name, or you can have an outside person ready to come in, and you can use that ID number that needs an upgrade so that you can get upgraded without using internal funds of yours. Okay, it can be external funds coming from someone else. No problem. Second year. I am in my second year right now. Okay, so I had to upgrade recently. So I had to make the distributor purchase to $2,250. So of course, I could never make it perfect. $2,250. It's a little bit over $2,700, $2,800 that I bought an extra item by myself within my own organization. I just did it. So now the third year, I just need it to be at $3,000. So if I'm $2,700 or $2,800, all I need is about $300 next year when the year comes about to expire. And now I'm done. My 3-year distributor purchase is a lifetime member. That's what you want to see. The word lifetime. If you bought a VIP package for $6,000 and above, if you bought a $5,000 package and above, those two automatically give you a lifetime membership. Because what's the requirement for a lifetime membership, ladies and gentlemen? It is $3,000. A lifetime membership is $3,000. So if you're over slightly $3,000, that's fine. No problem. $5,000, no problem. $6,000, no problem. So make sure that you upgrade your membership. And you can do it as time goes along. You don't have to wait for the very last week of the year to expire. As you're going along, you're earning money, just add something to that ID number so that you're not, sort of taken unawares, thinking that, oh, I forgot. My date is coming. Financially, I just can't do it at this moment. And I need someone. So that's showing a sign of desperation. You do not want to show a sign of desperation on your forehead. People can feel it. People can see it. People can hear it. So you want to work your business consistently, knowing the requirements that need to be met so that none of your money is stopped. Okay? Because your ranking will never go away, but your income will become less until you come back and upgrade. Now you start receiving the proper amount of money, but nothing is going to go back what you missed out for to pay you back on your past performance because you did not renew in the last 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. You just left it alone. But your organization is growing. Absolutely. Remember, it's only your ID that has doesn't have the proper amount to be active. Everybody else is active. So they are making their money. It's just you that's not making the money. So we don't want you to miss out on any of that effort you put in, the growth of your organization that took off. Sometimes you don't even know that you brought in 1 or 2 dynamic people and they just took off. There's so many others who loved it, who loved the products, and they just took off. And others who love it, and they just took off, ladies and gentlemen. There's so many good people in your organization that you're unaware of who are doing so well. If only you will go into your back office and look it up and be diligent. Look line item by line item. Look at their start date. Look at the expiration date. Look at what they need, how much they need. And I'm sure if you sign them up personally yourself, it'll show 11111 on the left-hand side of your network, means that's you, and you came in multiple times. So now you're saying, Rani, I've got 7, 8, 9 positions, business centers, products that I purchased. Do I need to upgrade all of them? No, you do not. You only upgrade the ones that are contributing to the growth of your income. There could be many business centers you opened up, but they are not growing because they haven't even started to be built yet. You haven't put anybody there yet. You're fine. You don't need to do that. You may have to do 2 or 3 spots. Depends how active you are. If you're a 6-star, most likely 3 different business centers you will need to upgrade. Okay, guys, because all those spots are making you lots of money. 7-star, 8-star, 5-star. You have to do that. Okay, so it depends how fast you grew starting out within Sleepm. It depends whether you were an active person during the 12-month window. It depends whether you are part-time, full-time in the business. So a lot of factors determine whether you want to increase that 1-year distributorship to allow it to continue to allow you to make money. Okay, very, very important. You realize that you need to upgrade. If you don't want to, you have your own reasoning behind it, so be it. No problem. But otherwise, reach out to me, ask me questions, ask the person who signed you up in regards to your start date, to your ending date, and that you're ready to make a purchase and you want to do it now because you don't want to wait last minute to make that purchase. All right, very, very important. Now, I will stop talking about this part here. Any questions from any of you in regards to just this part of the topic that I'm talking about? I hope I can see who is going to be raising their hand, or they may come up and start speaking. No problem. If no hands are raised, I'll go to the next topic. Okay, Coach Milka. Okay, go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes, very well.
Okay. I came to a situation when I talked with Al yesterday that I'm past my 1 year. So according to the rules of the program, in getting myself back where I need to be, once everything, the dust settles, then anything beyond that, after that year, because I didn't do what you just explained, then that commission will be half of. Is that correct?
Correct. Half of if you have an active group. If you do not have an active group, then you're fine. There's no commission coming to you anyways. But if your active group is half, and the faster you renew, the better. If circumstances don't allow you to do it at this moment, and your group is not that active, then you're fine as well. Just do it as soon as you can.
Okay, all right. I have a game plan before the end of the year. I just wanted to understand. I'm not stressed or anything,
Good.
but yeah, thank you very much for this explanation. And I will like to go over the recording a little bit more for notes. So thank you.
Thank you, Milka. Thank you for joining us. There's another hand raised up. All I have is a picture of the moon.
Hello.
And who is that?
Hi, this is Milica.
Lisa.
Milica.
Melissa. Oh, Melissa. Okay, welcome, Melissa.
Thank you. All right, so I have a question. I purchased the product with my company name. Was that a mistake?
Not at all. Perfect. You have both choices, both options, personal name, company name. So long as the company name has an EIN number, don't forget to add that, or your personal name needs a social security number for 1099, and EIN will get a 1099, but make sure a company name has an EIN number.
And then I get the direct deposit or I get the check. How do I even?
Okay, so your subject has nothing to do with what I just said. It's just another question you had. No problem. In regards to withdrawal, it'll come exactly the way you created the Sleepm account under your company name. So it'll cut into your the name will be made exactly how they see it. Then hopefully that bank account represents that company name and you can deposit it. It'll come in the mail or it can be text to you, the check. If you have online banking, it can be text to you the image of the check front and back. Then you have to print the check out, and then you have to take a copy of the check with your camera, take a picture of the check, and then you send it to your online banking.
And who would I talk to about that?
Which part of the question did you want to ask tomorrow to support? Which question were you referring to?
About payments, the checks and pictures of the check and stuff like that.
Okay, so you're saying that you are in the business, you came in with a company name, you have some earnings sitting there, some income sitting there, some commission sitting there, and you want to withdraw it and you want to know how to do it?
I don't have any withdrawings, commission yet, but I just wanted to know how it works when I get it. When I get it, you said.
I just told you what you need to do. Once you have commissions, you need to withdraw. But if there's no commissions, you need to go back to the person who signed you up and they will guide you.
Yes. Okay. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right.
Next person, is there anyone else? No. So now, ladies and gentlemen, the points to remember, we talked about the distributorship, 1 year, 2 year, 3 years, okay? Next thing, simultaneously is happening at the same time. Your first year when you come in has a start date to increase that amount. You also need to personally recruit someone. That business center that's upgrading also has 1 year window to make one new recruitment, meaning sponsorship, meaning making a purchase. If you are buying something from yourself, that's fulfilling that sponsorship. If you're bringing somebody else in who's ready to sign up, that's fulfilling that requirement of having someone signing up directly with that ID number once a year. Once a year. So you may have brought in just 2 people from the time you started about the time your 1 year is about to end, just 2. And now you're a 5-star, ladies and gentlemen, okay? You could be a 6-star even with just 2 people because you put one on one side, one on the other side, and both legs took off, and now you became a 6-star. That's amazing. You're 2 people that just took off, even they did not know their own capabilities, but they just shared it with others, and others shared it with others, and others shared it with others, and the whole group just grew. That's amazing. That's wonderful. And it's happened many, 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 many times already in the organization. So here you are. Your 1 year is about to expire. You need to make a purchase using that ID number. Okay, you have other accounts around you. Do not use any other ID number except that one. And that will be called a +1. That will be a +1. And how do you do that? Do you go internally into your back office like earlier I described to you? And the answer is no. You go into your back office by logging into sleepm.net and you click register tab, register, because you're registering a new person. It could be yourself you're registering to fulfill that requirement because you're wanting that new product that we just launched. You want to add to all the other products you have purchased. You want to be a product of the product. You want to share your testimonial on that product so you can tell others that they should get it because this is how you felt once using that new product that came out. And others will start talking about it too. Anytime a new product comes out, everyone talks about it. So it won't be just your own personal story. There'll be so many other stories. That's just been the way it has been. And so you have to do a +1. So a new ID number gets generated, and that's a requirement every single year for every single business center that's making you money. If only 3 centers are making you money and you have 6 business centers because you bought other things, every time you buy something, a new business center opens up. But you knew how to build your organization. You were working on a certain strategy, and that's a good thing. So you just need to make sure that all 3 came in at the same time, the business center, and all 3 took off, and all 3 are making money. So all 3 need a +1, +1, +1 at the same time when your anniversary date expires for the time you started and a year later. Any question on that part of it? Anyone? Wow. Okay. Again, I think it's Melissa. Is that right? Or your hand has been up since your first question. I'm not sure. So anyone else? Oh, she took a hand down. So I think she realized she had no question. But anyone else? You understand? So there's 2 parts to our compensation plan that has been set forth for all of us, meaning every year there's 2 requirements. Once you meet the $3,000 lifetime distribution plan that you met that amount, you don't have to worry about that. That's done. But then every year, a personal sponsorship, making a purchase from yourself or somebody else wanting to make a purchase, no problem. Then you have met the requirement as well. Okay? And if you want to recruit more people, bring in more people sharing about our products, by all means, my goodness, your income will go through the roof because you have people that you're recruiting personally. That's what I'm doing. We are 8-star. Are we stopping and not recruiting? Absolutely not. The next rank that the company is putting in place is 9-star. So we need additional people in the organization to do their part. And we have to set the pace. We have to set the example. We have to go out and also bring in our own personal sponsorships, and as well as sharing the opportunity, the products with everyone. And there's a lot of people that we haven't spoken to in my 2 years. I feel like I've been doing so much just within the team internally that now I feel that many of them have grown. They've gotten their wings and they're able to fly. And now I can sort of step away slightly. I'm still there for them. They know that. All of you know that. But still, I can go out there and concentrate and make new connections out there. And I love it because, I'm in the people business. So I have to understand what the people's needs are. I can feel it. I can engage with them very well. I'm very diversified in regards to be able to go out there and represent the company in a very positive light. I've seen the results. All of you have seen the results. I can speak to any audience. There's no limitation. So I feel that I'm a good, in a sense, ambassador, for the company. And in a way, it's helping myself too, and helping you too, because you see the growth coming constantly. It's a good place for us to be. You know that. You feel it. Some of you may be limited with challenges. We are here stepping in for you. Rani, you're in New York. You're no longer in California. What are you going to do? Guys, the same thing. I pick up the phone when I'm at home. I pick up the phone when I'm at work. I'll pick up the phone when I'm in New York. I pick up the phone when I was in Chicago, when I was on vacation. I picked up the phone when I was in Europe in December, January. No problem. Everything was being done, So guys, Never feel you're left alone. Never, ever feel that. We are right here. We're able to do everything that you feel that you may not be quite good at it, but you're getting there. So we are here. Thank you, Susan. I love my heart. Thank you. So any questions, guys? We wanted to share that. Next thing, ASEMA. Our new lender moving forward is ASEMA. We want you to realize that when you are helping your clients to apply for ASEMA, whether you are the salesperson with ASEMA or you're going to your upline to ask for help, the requirement moving forward is make sure within 2 days, 48 hours, once the ASEMA account has been approved, that you go back into the Sleepm back office if you're helping them to register the account, putting the account in place for them with a proper strategy, and you have taken the liberty of doing that on the behalf of your teammate who's just starting out. Make sure within 48 hours, those orders are in place. Do not wait a week, 2 weeks to put those orders in, because the ASEMA timeline for them to make their first payment is usually 30 days later. We really want them to enjoy their products, get their products out quickly to them so that they know that they have enjoyed the product, they bought the products because someone told them to do that, and they did their research and they wanted those products. So all those are positives, and we in the field, you and I, have to do our part as well. Okay, so 48 hours, within 48 hours, once they sign up on an e-agreement, all the funding requirements, conditions have been met with ASEMA. Now we go to a separate system. We go into a Sleepm system and put their orders in. We have to do that in a timely basis, 48 hours, 48 hours. Okay, guys? And naturally, people who apply for ASEMA have 60 days when they get the loan approval amount, when they want to use it. That's 60 days. That's a different issue entirely. This has to do with someone getting in, getting started, has fulfilled everything, and now they're waiting for the products to be shipped to them. So that's on us. We in the field that representing Sleepm, we need to put those orders in within 48 hours. Good? Understood? Good. In regards to also, in regards to us having a convention, start preparing yourself. It's already the 7th month, almost the middle of the month is coming about in July. And then, we have another 5 months left. The year will be over. December 2nd is our annual convention, the very first one in 5 years. Can you imagine that? The very first one, because the 2020 and 21, we couldn't do much due to the pandemic. Everything was shut down. So the company is 5 years old. They just hit their 50th anniversary in the middle of middle of June. They hit their 50th anniversary. So, but we're going to make a big deal of it. December the 2nd, it's going to be the MGM Grand. It's going to be Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Friday is going to be an event in the evening only. If you can't make that, it's okay. But Saturday is an all-day event. Okay, guys? And then Sunday, there'll be a couple of things going on. But Sunday could be your departure day. Friday could be you coming into the Las Vegas, to the MGM Grand, and checking in, or Thursday night. So try to make sure you understand the timelines. Rooms will be put aside, 300 rooms. The capacity for the celebration will be for 2,000 people. 2,000 people, and the company is planning on putting 300 rooms aside. So of course, first come, first serve. The moment those details come out to all of us, right now, it's all in the planning stages. So no verbiage has come out electronically to any of us. Once you start seeing those those pieces of information populate WhatsApp and in different areas of your back office, look at the calendar, look to see whether you're able to commit a couple of days. It's in the month of December. A lot of things are happening in the month of December, but We're having it in the month of December at the MGM Grand, Las Vegas, Nevada. Okay. Prices of tickets, prices of different things will be coming out as well. And there'll be a lot of incredible surprises, giveaways, all that will be shared with all of you shortly once the agenda is put in place. Anything else? Anyone else? Any questions? Okay, so we're good today, Al. I think we're good. I've taken up a little bit over 1 hour. I should let you go. And I want to thank all of you for being with us. Share some of this information with others. Sometimes they can't make it on a Sunday evening. So please share with others within your organization. I'll see all of you back, meaning we'll be back on Monday at the home office. Anything you need, pick up the phone, call your immediate sponsor. They can always help you to reach out to us. If you have our direct number, by all means, you may call us anytime. Not a problem. We live in California, so we are 3 hours behind the East Coast time. Not a problem. Okay. So with that being said, I want to thank you. Al wants to thank all of you too for joining us.
Thank you, guys. We will see you back on Tuesday night.
Our opportunity presentation at 6 p.m.
Fantastic.
Pacific time, 9 p.m. East Coast time.
Okay, I'll get the recording up in a few minutes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
your time.
Enjoyed it.
Awesome.